we are picking up, we're going to now be doing the fins. And so we're doing the dorsal fin by selecting the polygons on the top. And to do the fins, what I'm doing is doing a small extrusion once and then a second extrusion. The first one gets it started, and if you do it just a tiny bit, and then the second one you do a little bit more, you're able to make it a much thinner and crisper fin. And then it's just a matter of, again, going in, getting the points, and pulling the points and shaping it. Just while we're doing this, I'll go back over. When you pull out, when you make two sets of extrusions, and the first one is very small, it allows it to be much crisper along the bottom edge. As you can see there, it's not big and slopey like the fish is. So that's the dorsal fin. Now we're going to do the side fins, which I don't know what they're called. And basically, it's two over from the eye and then one down, sort of right in there. And I'm selecting the polygons on both sides. And just make sure you have them the same. Yes. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do a small extrusion and then a second larger extrusion. This time I'm going to go into the top view so I can make the second extrusion more or less correct in terms of the template. So pull it out, extrude it out, 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 out. Again, it has to be one extrusion. So we have 1, 2. And then those are really silly looking fins. So then I'm going to go in and reshape these. I'm going to go into the rectangle selection tool and back to the points. I'm going to select all of these points on both sides. And I've gone into the front view, which we haven't ever really used before. But for the fins, I have to go into this front view. And I'm scaling it down. So I'm squeezing those things, making them nice and thin, as a fin would be. It's still kind of square shaped, so now I need to go in and get the point tool again, and we're just going to reshape the fin to match the template again, as we've been doing all along. So just keep kind of tweaking it here, tweaking it there. Excuse me. And the last one on that side. And then go down and do the other side. You kind of want to get those where it attaches to the body and move the whole thing down there so it looks right. Shaped up. Almost there. Okay. Good. That was nice looking. Now we're going to move and do the bottom two fins. And so I need to rotate so we can see the bottom polygons and get the selection arrow, live selection, and the polygon tool, and go in and get that back polygon. And again, I'm going to do the same thing, 2 extrusions. I get to extrude it out a little bit, and then so this one I need to go to the side view. And I'm just going to pull this out. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this one. Not that tricky a shape. Pull it. Use the position arrow to pull it back a little bit. Maybe do a couple little tweaks with the rectangle selection tool and the point tool. And just kind of do a little tweak on it. Like so. A little bit here. So. And that's pretty good. I'll come back and make this a little narrower later. I can't really see this one from the front view very well, so I'll get this one later. So now we're going to go back to perspective. Actually, I'm picking this one so I can see where it is. And just make sure that it's where I want it to be. Again, little extrusion, go back to the side view, and extrude out longer, matching the template, pull it back, sort of make the fish a little more aerodynamic, water dynamic. And then I'm going to go into that front view, which we haven't really used much. And I'm going to squeeze it there, and then go get the rectangle selection tool and the point tool, and very carefully I want to get just these points of the fin, and I'm going to squeeze that in so I have a nice narrow fin down there. Back to perspective view. So I didn't get that back fin. I need to go back in there and squeeze that back fin now. So I'm going to get the polygon tool, select that one, a scaling tool, and scale it down a little bit. Again, I'm not being fussy. I could go up and do the top ones of those and make it narrower. The other thing I forgot to do way back when was the tail, making the tail even a little narrower to make it look better when we go to animation. And so this is ending up the first. We now have the fish modeled, and so the next step would be we're going to do some texturing, which will be the next part. And so that looks pretty good. And I'll render this out. He's a little goofy looking fish, but maybe he's a little fat. I don't know. And so there he is.